Okay, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, there's going to come a time when Europe is going to take over the whole entire world. Okay, like I said in my other videos. Now I just want to read this to you. Business backing Europe trade pact. This is in the Ottawa Sun, okay? Listen to this. Okay. The heads of Canada, leading business lobby groups are ignoring the federal government to get on with making free trade deal with Europe. The group assisted a letter to assured Trade Minister Ed Fast that they will stand behind the deal once it is and help shall it do workers and commissions across Canada. You can count on our full support. Council and the letter signed by the heads of the Canadian Chamber of Canadian Chief Executive, the Canadian Federal of Independent Business, the Canadian something, the Canadian Europe represent, and it goes on and on and on. Okay, we're here. Open of a Canadian EU trade and investment agreement are also something. See, it's all going to Europe, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, it has nothing to do with me. It has to do with the Word of God. Okay, wait. Right, I want to read this part though. The announcement that the United States will seek a similar agreement, which some believe may lessen the appeal of a deal with Canada for the Europeans. For the Europeans. You see, this is Bible prophecy being fulfilled right before our very eyes right now. It's becoming screening headlines in our newspaper. But I want to say this. Like I've been saying, they're working on a one world government. Okay? Basically what they're working on, they're not going to stop, okay? They're not going to stop. They're bringing in a North American Union. Now, a North American Union is Canada, US, and Mexico become one super country, one super state. They will share a common currency, which will be the Amero, or they'll change it to the North American dollar. So this is what they're going to do. They're going to bring in a North American Union, but the NAFTA agreement was set up to fail. It's all going to shift to Europe, to the European Union. This is exactly what the Word of God said. Everything's going to shift to Europe. Europe is going to become so powerful that it's going to rule the whole entire world. Now that's what I'm going to be making on my next video. Okay? Like I already explained it, but I want to read. I got another article in the newspaper that I'm going to be explaining. This is all Bible prophecy being fulfilled right before our very eyes. So, and plus, what's his name? Yeah. Henry Kissinger said, the amazing creation of a North American Union is one step toward a new world order. David Rockefeller said the exact same thing, but he said in a different language. One world for the northern hemisphere, or whatever he said. This is what they're doing. Because they said nation states must end. Nations can no longer be divided. So we're going to unite all the countries together and we're all going to become one. That's the only way we can stop war. Is if we create a one world government. And we all become one and we all come together in global unity. This is what they're doing right now. While people are watching the hockey games, they're doing other things. The global elitists are getting ready to crash the economy, you name it. It's going to happen very soon. It's going to happen sooner than most people realize. That's what's going to happen very soon, because these people have an agenda. They go according to agendas. And I think this North American Union was planned in 1995. And they're actually saying it. So how are they going to bring it about? Probably by a global crisis. But if you ask me, I literally believe that they're going to bypass the North American Union and they're going to go straight directly to world government. Because that's the main objective. World government. Global domination. That's why they're doing it by stealth. They're doing it secretly. They're doing it very slowly without the approval of anybody. Without anybody knowing about it. Because even here in Canada, the Prime Minister, Stephen Harper, he has a prosperity and security partnership with US and Mexico. So believe me, when the United States dollar collapses, which is going to happen very soon, once that collapses, the whole world's going down with it. Because the United States economy affects the whole entire world. So once that goes down, the whole world's going down with it. And that's when they're going to come out and say the only solution that we have to fix this problem is a world government with a one world religion. The reason why we're having all these problems is because we have too many currencies. So all that we need is an all-powerful governing body with a single leader that will control the whole world. We won't have to worry about it. And that's when they're going to bring in a single bank. Because in the United States, they already have a world. They have a World Bank. They have a World Court. They have the World Trade Organization. They have the International Monetary Fund. They have the Federal Reserve. All these things are calling for a world government. And plus, the World Bank, like, you can't say that we have a World Bank now. That's just the name of it. Because we have the Bank of Canada. We have the Bank of Australia. We have banks, different names. That's not going to be the name. We're going to have one single bank that the whole world is going to come into. A globalized bank system. One world bank. With a cashless society. No more cash. Everything will be done under computerized. We're living in a computer age. Isn't that amazing? When John wrote the book of Revelation, it says nobody will be able to buy or sell except the one who has the mark of the beast. That was totally impossible back then. But now that we're living in a computer age, and we are living in a computerized world, everything is possible to be fulfilled. Everything's ready to be fulfilled. And how is the Antichrist going to have control over everybody? You would have thought that was impossible as well. But today, what they're doing, they're setting up a total global surveillance system. This whole world will be under total surveillance. The whole entire population of the world will be under total surveillance. There'll be nowhere to hide. Nowhere. They actually have cameras that can see through your house in everything. X-ray goggles that they can look in to see if you're in your house. They have the flying drones that can look through clouds. They can go and look into your house and everything. They actually go so far to admit, I forget when this was though, but they admitted it was on the news, that in Pennsylvania, they actually went out in the public and said that we actually saw the kids on the laptops, on the school laptops. They see us through our computers, they can see us through our television, you name it. They know absolutely everything about us. That's why it's very rare that I will use my debit card, because each time you use a debit card, you're leaving a breadcrumb trail, electronic breadcrumb trail. They know everything about you. They know at what time you bought it. They know how much you spent. They know absolutely everything about you. And some people say, oh, I don't care. I have nothing to hide. Well, if you have nothing to hide, they have no business in watching you. Because they can manipulate information. Because that has happened in the past, okay? This has happened in the past because there's an organization called Choice Point, Axion, all these places have secret profiles on us, on their computer databases. They have secret profiles on each and every single person in the world. They know everything about us. They know where you graduated, they know your names, they know your family's name, they know absolutely everything, okay? Because there was a story of this girl that she actually went, she made a report and she wanted to do a lawsuit on this. because these people arrested her. They came with sheets of paper. They were describing her whole life, who she was. They knew everything about her. She was freaking out. How do these people know me? How do they know I did this, 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 this? So they threw her in jail. And then eventually after, they found out, oh, we made a mistake. We manipulated the information. And she was on the live TV, saying that I didn't even know these people, and yet these people knew everything about me. You see, we are already living under the all-seeing eye of the Illuminati. This is what these cameras are for. These are the cameras, ladies and gentlemen. They've been announcing this since 1933 on the back of the United States dollar bill. The all-seeing eye. Satan is a counterfeiter. Satan cannot be everywhere at all times. So what's he going to use to track everybody? Total population surveillance. Cameras, you name it. And they said they can actually go into your house now without a warrant. So they can come to your house when you're not there. They can be watching you, spying on you. And they don't, when you go out, they can actually come into your house and implant a device in your house, and you will not even know. And they will be listening to every single thing. A listening device. This is the society that we are living in, people. This is crazy. Like I was talking to someone a couple nights ago about the book 1984, George Orwell, about the government that knows your thoughts, knows your every move, knows everything. He's like, you never know, eh? They wrote a book on it, and look at today, on every street corner, we have total surveillance. That we're going to have computers that can talk to us. They already have that stuff. But I'm saying, because on this other thing, very soon, your fridges, it's just insane, ladies and gentlemen. Like, come on, man, do your research. The New World Order is here, man. Everything is ready. The only thing that's hindering them from getting the New World Order running is the total collapse of the economy. But your fridge will be able to talk to you, okay? When you're running out of food, the fridge is going to tell you you're running out of food. You should go buy some more food. And you'll be able to go to, they'll be able to recognize if you're throwing the right product in a recycling, if it's recyclable or not. Then I saw this other thing talking about invasion of privacy. About people that go to work, they have this tag on them. They want to see if the workers are actually washing their hands. So when they go to the bathroom, the only way that they can turn on that sink is if they use the badge. You go beep, and that's what turns on the sink. This is total sickness. And there's actually reports that now they have cameras in the bathrooms. They have them in the showers. Oh, it's for our security. We don't know what can happen, so we need to keep a close eye on you. And what else? Yeah. In some places in London, okay, some places in London, England, I think it is, they have cameras in people's houses. For what reason? This is what they say. Because we want to see if the parents are treating their children right, if they're feeding them healthy food, if they're putting them to bed on time. Like, I can go on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm living in denial right now. It's just so surreal to think that this is actually happening, but it is happening, okay? I'm not going to deny it. But what I mean by I'm living in denial is just so unreal just to stop and think that this is actually happening. Because there was a report that they said that in the future, every city will have its own surveillance blimp. But I think they bypassed the blimp and they went directly to the drones. Now they're watching us from the sky. They said we no longer have cameras watching you from the street corner. Now we have an eye watching you from the sky. Secret satellite spy cams. We're all criminals now, man. Like I said, very soon they're going to go into biometrics. That's 3 measurements of your body. Your hand and your fingerprints. And then what? You're going to have to take these things in your eyes like binoculars and eye arrays. And a nice picture of your face. Face recognition. Very soon your face will be your national ID card. Total surveillance. Total control on this card. All your history, all your information that they can manipulate, and they can do whatever. And if they don't like your political views, they don't like whatever they don't like about you, all they have to do is freeze that, and you have no access at all to do anything. But that's not going to work. I'm going to go to prison if that happens before the rapture. I'm not taking nothing. Because they actually went in the public and said that we manipulated, they actually manipulated it. They manipulated information, and they actually got caught sharing this commercially. Information about other people between different government agencies and so on. And they're talking about a global ID card, the Bilderbergs, February 2nd, 2013, for the whole hemisphere, even Canada, everywhere, man. It's happening, man. So this is all I gotta say. So I'm gonna let you go from here. Okay, bye and God bless.